I think I wanted to be involved in The Impossible because I like the script very much, and for me that's always the first box that you have to tick, is the script, regardless of who else is going to be in the movie or who's directing it. I think if a script is not really good, it's harder to make a really good film out of that. So I like the script very much. I like there's something very honest and true about it, and in a simplicity in a way that made it very brutal, made it very vivid, which I liked. And then I like Bayona's film, The Orphanage, very much, so I was interested to meet him and work with him. And to work with Naomi again, because I made a film with Naomi some years ago called Stay in New York with Mark Forrester. And so it's always nice to work with somebody that you've worked with before. I wanted very much to do this film because I'm a father. I've 4 children now, and I've never really explored being a parent in a film before. And it's odd because I've been a father for 15 years, and yet I've never really played. No, I can't think of one, but I've never really played a dad or explored what it means to be a dad. And so because I wanted to do that with this film, I felt that I wanted to make Henry much more like me, because I felt like I could play a character, but I wanted to explore being a parent against this terrible backdrop, this horrible disaster. And I thought the most effective way to do that was just to play him as me. So I use my own voice. I don't use an accent, or I didn't make any attempt to sound English as opposed to Scottish, because my children don't have Scottish accents, and they've grown up with me for all their life. So there was no need for him to be English just because the children have English accents. It was important with this film not to make moments heroic or to try and make the family look like they all survived because they were so brave or heroic or clever, because the truth of the matter is that really brave, clever people died, and brave, clever people survived. It was a lottery. There's no, and it's important that I think that's the message. Well, not the message, but I think it's important that comes across in the film. What informed me more were the sets, the amazing sets our designer built. These incredible, devastated areas, and the orchid, to turn the orchid into we shot a pre-tsunami orchid, and very few days later we shot a post-tsunami orchid, and that was really quite impressive. And I think that seeing those, the images that you've seen, the real images that we'd all seen on paper, to see them kind of come alive like that was really, really incredible. I mean, I suppose in the big sense of it, it's very difficult for people to grasp the scale of a disaster like this. It's very complicated to get your mind around something that killed thousands and thousands of people. And maybe by watching one family's experience through something like this, it gives us a greater understanding of that. And then when something like this happens again, maybe people will relate more to the suffering and the trauma of that kind of event, and be more willing to help. I mean, that would be a nice goal if there was one. And it was wonderful watching Tom, who had experience of acting because he spent 2 years playing Billy Elliot, but he'd never worked in front of a camera before, and it was wonderful to watch him really get it and learn. You could see him grow as a film actor as we went along, and he's really, really good. I mean, he's really, really talented, and he'll go very, very far, Tom, I think. It's nice to, and we're very easy with one another, and the scenes before the tsunami hits, I hope that we look like a real couple. I mean, I think we both are parents, and we're both in relationships, and so we both know, or at least I think we both know what we were trying to make it feel like. I've enjoyed working with him very much. Yeah, he's you know, it's a big film. I think it's a huge thing to tackle. After making one movie, to make a film of this scale is a tall order, I think. And I think the pressure of that is difficult for any of us to understand. But I think he's dealt with that very well. You know, and my growing relationship with those two wee boys has been really fantastic. From the beginning, where they were quite shy of me, and they were quite, this Ewan McGregor, the actor, and they were all quite like that, to, you know, a month later, just not big. I just never had them. They were never on my lap or crawling on my back, or on, you know, they were just always there, and I really liked that. And then when we would go off set, they were like, "Can we come in your trailer? Can we come in your trailer?" And sometimes they'd come in my trailer, and sometimes I'd say, "No, you can't come in my trailer. I need to sit down." But I like that. That will be my favourite memories, working with those two wee boys. Yeah.